and welcome to GTO Coach and Go. I'm Jim Delleman with Group Travel Odyssey, and I want to thank you for joining us again today and also wish you a happy new year. We took a little bit of time off to celebrate the holidays, and we are back now and ready to pounce on 2022 and have a hugely successful year with all of you. We've got a lot of information that we're going to be sharing today with you about some really exciting new things that are happening in GTO. But before we do that, I do want to remind you, if you're joining us on YouTube, make sure you hit the little subscribe button down in the corner. If you also ring the bell, you will be notified anytime that we do have new content on our Group Travel Odyssey YouTube page. If you're joining us on LinkedIn, make sure you follow Group Travel Odyssey on LinkedIn as well. This afternoon, we are going to announce some new information that we're launching with Group Travel Odyssey. And to give us more information and walk us through some exciting new features, I'm going to bring back once again our friend and our network engineer, Corey Brees. So Corey's back with us. Hi, Corey.
Hello. Happy New Year to you, Jim.
Happy New Year to you. Hope you had a fantastic holiday. I was letting everybody know that we do have some exciting things going on, and we're finally going to be launching something that we've talked about for quite some time. So what is that going to be?
Yes, and the good news is it doesn't impact anything that you're doing in the system right now. So you don't. This is just an additional feature that really goes to the heart of giving us that feeling of community. We talk about the GTO community, wanting to be a part of the community. I mean, let's face it. If COVID's taught us anything, is everybody in the travel industry has got to work together, for the common good. And so we as GTO have really focused in on creating sort of that travel community. And so in that spirit of that, we have a new thing that I'm really excited about. I'm going to share my screen. Which always takes a second. And hopefully now you are seeing the new Group Travel Odyssey discussion forum.
We are indeed.
And this is open to all people who are in Group Travel Odyssey as soon as we launch it, which will be a week from Monday. We'll have everybody on there. It'll be a new app in the My Apps section. If you're not sure where the My Apps section is, right over here. It's always sitting in your top left corner. If the apps that you want to see are not seen across the top of your screen, you can always go to My Apps and reopen one. And so you'll have access to the Group Travel Odyssey discussion forum. And basically what this is a place for everybody in our community to get together and brainstorm, to give information, to help. And that can be on travel topics. It can be on the Group Travel Odyssey system itself. That a wide range of topics that deal with our profession. So let me give you a little search around it, right? What you're going to see on your homepage is, of course, our logo in the center and the discussion forum. This allows you to know that you're there, and you'll see add a new topic right underneath it. We're going to do that in a minute, so we're going to come back to it. Off to your left are announcements and alerts for GTO members. So when we get announcements in, or when we want to send an announcement to you all, we're going to place that announcement here. This announcement is scrollable, so you can see that there are several announcements. They're going to be in date order for you for when we started them. So new ones will be at the top. But you can see right now that the Smithsonian announces temporarily modified schedule for museums and the National Zoo, and you can read that statement from the Smithsonian that we have posted. We sent that out, I believe, in the email this week. So there's no excuse not to know the information about the Smithsonian. I posted a Happy New Year from all of us at GTO right at the top of the year, and our Universal Orlando operations update about, I believe it's their mask using facial coverings indoors, is also still on there for the time being. So anything new that comes in, we're going to put an announcement there. If you check that daily, you'll see if there's any new announcements given. That's a way to help notify you of things where you then can go and check it out at your leisure, as opposed to us sending everything out in an email. Of course, I believe we will still send out emails for very important things, but if we have announcements there, we want to give them to you. Then you'll see over here some another chart. This is on the right-hand side, and you're going to see topics. I'm going to go over this in a second because I want to show you exactly what those are in just, so that you know what that chart is telling you. But you'll see down below all threads. So basically, when you add a new topic, you can ask a question, you can give some information that you've sort of run across that you want other people to know. You can post it here in the discussion forum by adding a new topic. So some of the things that we've done by as demonstration is someone posted. I believe that person was Corey, and I hear he's a great guy. He wanted to know if there's a big event in Branson on Veterans Day. Anyone have any info? And then that same guy replied, because it was just me that doing it at the time, but just theoretically someone else would reply, there's a big parade your kids can be in. Check out Automato Events. They have all the details. Someone posted, this is the Philadelphia announces that the dinner must be vaccinated. Now, normally that would be in an announcement, but Sierra, you'll see that Sierra posted that, our accuracy guru, Sierra Jenna. This would have normally been an announcement, but I asked her to put one in for the sake of demonstrating the system. Also, the Coach and Go will begin again in the new year. Check out our YouTube channel to watch the previous one. You could actually click on that and go to it. Someone asked, this is K Snow GTO. I don't know who that guy is, but he sounds pretty smart. He's asking, they need a tour director in Wyoming for a tour in May 22 for a student group. Do you know of one? Now, he's left his email there so that you could reply directly to that email, or you can use the reply feature. We're going to go over how this functions in just a second. Someone posted the COVID changes to the Smithsonian. Normally, that would be an announcement as well, but might be here for you to see. And then someone's looking for group-friendly hotels in Memphis that won't blow the budget. Group doesn't need full service. So basically, they're asking for some guidance, for some help in places that maybe they don't know as much, or they're in an emergency. They can't find a dining event, and they need one immediately, and they need some help in searching that. Then you can actually provide some help to those people and also get help from other people in places maybe you don't know, or in emergency situations to help take care of it. The other thing that you can do is you could ask questions about how someone else uses the system to their advantage. I'm going to use it as an example here in just a moment about adding a new topic. And so I'll add one that asks about the system. The system is very flexible, so you can use it in different ways. There are lots of solutions to some problems, and you may want to ask how other people are solving maybe a problem you're running into. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So the subject line over here gets reported back over here with the number of records that are assigned to it. So you can see which ones are being the most active. So if you saw one, if Branson was garnering, say, 52 replies, there's obviously a discussion there that you may want to see. And you can click on that and see all of those. So, what are those threads that are talking about Branson? Well, here they are, right? So then you can read up on it. Maybe you didn't know that's what it was, what they were talking about, but you want to be in on the know, because sometimes you don't even know the question that you want to ask yet. So let's see what other people are asking. I know in the discussion forums that I've dealt with, especially using our platform, I have found that I have learned more from reading the other person's question, because I didn't even know that that was a question I could ask or do. And I've learned a lot about what I could do by reading those. And so when you glanced at them, if you're like, oh, I know this great person in Wyoming, I'm not using them right now, and I bet they'd really appreciate me throwing them some extra business. So I'm gonna recommend this tour director over to who this person is. So that's a great thing. Let's talk about how you actually do it. So when you just want to start a new topic, you click Add New Topic. I know, I've made it difficult to figure out. But when you do that, you're going to come up to this page. It's super easy. Type in a subject. I'm going to type in GTO sales question. Now, this is an important point if you're going to do one of these, is you can have you be notified of replies, or you could just check in later if you want. I'm going to notify me of replies right now. So I'm just going to click on that. I'm going to type in message, right? And I'm going to say, I'm going to put you all instead of y'all, even though I'm from the South. How do you all add products that are not in the system? And if I spell system right, spelling does not count, so you can spell it however you want. I'm still not getting it right. We're gonna go with that. And then I'm gonna click save and close. And that's really all I have to do. When you go back to the home page, you're gonna see my questions sitting at the top because they're gonna be in order by date and time. So then what I'm gonna do is if you wanted to reply to this, then I'm going to hit the reply button. Now, if you add a new post yourself, a new topic yourself, nobody's going to get notified that you answered this question. So we're going to hit reply instead, and you're going to see the same looking form, right? The subject's already going to be filled out for you, and what I'm going to say is, I contact Sierra. Let's spell her name right because she gets touchy about that. I contact Sierra at GTO and get her to enter it. Right? And now all I have to do is save and close. That's all I have to do. And then when I return to the home page, you're actually going to see that both of those are on there. You'll actually see on my list of topics up here, the GTO sales question now has 2 records in it, right? So I know someone responded. What's even more interesting, and I have to do a little what I call computer leisure domain here. I have to forward this email I received to my GTO account so I can show you on my screen. So I actually received a message on about this topic, right? And if I go over to my email, you're going to see it right here. So basically what happened was it's telling me I have a response to my GTO sales question, and I can go to the discussion board to review it. When I click on this, I'm going to go right to that discussion board. Now, what happens is somebody may have answered your question, but you may get tired of receiving the responses. So if that's the case, all you have to do is click here to stop replies in this email, and you'll stop those replies. Basically, it's going to open up the original post that you had, and it will have unchecked the notify me of replies. I'm going to do that in just a few minutes, but I want to receive replies for just a second. And so you're going to make sure that that's unchecked, and you're set to go. You're not going to receive any more notifications. You can still go see them, but you're going to not receive a notification about it. Now I'm going to ask Jim to go in while we're talking a little bit. I'm going to ask Jim to go in and reply to my original, how do you all add products in the system? He may have a better solution, like the miscellaneous product solution, right? So you could contact Sierra, but maybe you got to get it done right now. So he's going to say, I add a miscellaneous product. So while he's doing that, understand that I can hit reply, or I can actually see the thread. If 15 questions go by and you're like, oh man, I don't even know what all has been said anymore, you can click see thread, and it's going to pull up that thread for you, right? So there they all are. In fact, Jim has already done it. I have got to go in to my and you'll see that Jim is the one who's doing it. He's the record owner. So I did both of these. Jim is the one who put in a request for a new supplier in Supplier Manager.
Jim's been very busy.
And so this thread is all sitting here for you, right? In order from what you've asked down to the next threads, and you can read the whole thread at one time. So if 15 people answered your question and you want to see them all at one time, then all you have to do is click on the thread, see thread, and you'll see all of those. And you're able to edit and delete. You can delete your post if you want to. And you can edit your post, but you cannot see the you can't see or edit anyone else's stuff. So just be aware that you can't take somebody's off. Now you might actually get a response from the GTO team as well. So if you post a question on there about GTO, and I don't suggest it in general as a help, like this is not a replacement for help desk, but if there is a response, say, to your question that GTO really can't do or is incorrect, we might come in and say, hey, I wouldn't do that. But for the most part, we're going to let you guys be the ones to sort of deal with the information in this. Of course, anything that is trolling or anything like that's going to get deleted. We will monitor it. This is a monitored board. And so just make sure you understand that we're professionals. I trust all our GTO members to be professionals in their posting. But now you'll also see that the GTO sales question has gone up to 4 responses. Let's see what all 4 of those are today. Again, it's add a miscellaneous product, put in a request for a new supplier, I contact Sierra about it. So somebody could answer each one of those for you. Now, I said I was tired of receiving these. I'm tired of receiving the emails that are notifying me. I'll just check it once a day. I have the answer I want, but I still maybe want those other answers. What I can do is I came to the email that I get. I get an email when the response happens. I'm going to click Stop Replies. And you'll see this is the original post I made. How do you all add products that are not in the system? And notice that Notify Me of Replies is unchecked. And I just want you to double check that that's unchecked, and you're done. That's all you have to do. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to close out of that, and that's it. Now you won't receive any more replies to your thread. They'll still will be able to reply, but you don't have to check it, but maybe daily upon your, whenever you want to. You can start off that way. When you add a new topic, if you don't want to receive the replies for that topic, don't click the button, right? But, it will depend. If it's just a general question and you hope somebody answers, then, don't check it. But if it's something you're trying to do time-wise and you want to know the minute somebody's added a reply, then do check it. It's totally up to you. Totally up to you. The last thing I'll say about the discussion board is it doesn't work if you don't participate. If you're like, oh, I don't have time for the discussion board, I get it. I think we all feel that, especially now as the spring travel season is approaching. We have this tendency to put some blinders on and focus in on what we need to do, and that's exactly right. I will say though that think of the benefit to you when you want to ask a question if everybody took the opposite thought, which is, I want to participate in this discussion group. I know many of you out there personally, like I've met you and you seem like the kind of person that really wants to help other people as well as get your own job done. So it really requires you to participate in the system so that people answer your questions. As we get ramped up, there's going to be very few people working on the discussion forum, but as we grow over the next year, more and more people will be coming on board. They'll be looking for your expertise on the system. They'll be looking for your expertise in places that you are strong and understand. And likewise, the new people are going to bring expertise on. I understand that GTO is reaching out worldwide to where there are people coming on board that might be working in other countries that you might want to use their expertise in. And so now's the time for us to. Obviously, you're not going to tell anybody things that are unique to your company. That's obvious. But when someone asks for, I most of the people I know, I'll tell you, Jim, I've rambled on a little bit, but I'll tell you, one of my favorite things when I was a salesperson was going to places like ABA and meeting other salespeople and talking to them and figuring out what their expertise is and just talking about the industry was fascinating for me because I found out that I knew some things that other people didn't. Most other people knew things that I didn't. Everyone knew things I didn't. And I learned so much by doing that. And basically, this is the place where that can happen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The one last thing I'm just going to show you for navigation's sake. I forgot to mention that when you're looking at the announcements and alerts and even these topics, as the topic list starts to grow, there'll be three little dots right here that when you hover over the announcements, you'll see those three dots. When you click on it, it'll say expand widget or open report. When you expand the widget, it's going to bring up a page where it just has those announcements for you that you can just click out of and be done, right? The same thing with these records. You can see them all. Click X and you're back to the page. It just kind of brings up a little pop-up for you. Another way to see all the threads if you don't want to scroll down is you will have access to the discussion board table. The announcements table won't be visible to you, but you'll see the discussion board and it will list all of them as well. I don't like this format quite as much as the home page where I can scroll down. It takes a second to load, but once you scroll down, you can also expand this report. Right, you'll see all the threads, and you can scroll down, and then when you X out, you're back to the dashboard again. All right, Jim, I think I've rambled on long enough. Do you have any questions for me about it?
I actually like this, and one of the questions that we've had in the past is, how do we access? How do we contact other users of the GTO system? Well, this is the way that you do it. This is what you're actually doing in order, in order to contact everybody. So if there are information that you want to share, if you found this really fantastic attraction or a fantastic event that's going on and you want to let other operators know about it, you have access to all of the other GTO operators by using this discussion forum. So it's hugely important as far as keeping up to date with new information and also sharing new information. You may contact us, you may contact Sierra, or just put something in Supplier Manager because you found a fantastic new supplier. That doesn't mean that everybody knows that you've had that added. If you want to let people know about these things, this is the perfect opportunity for you to do that. And so you can share information. You can chat back and forth with people and share ideas. One of the things that Corey said, and I think this is, to me, this is one of the most useful parts of this. If you are getting ready to start doing group travel to an area that you're not familiar with, you can contact other people that are using the system and find out information about those areas. So you can get information from people who are already traveling to those regions. And, you can make smarter decisions that way because you're getting the information from people who are already informed. So, you've asked for this community forum, for this discussion forum. It is something from the very beginning that we've thought is hugely important. And now here we are. In the beginning of 2022, this is one of the first things that we are getting ready to roll out to all of you. And as with everything else, as you're using it, if you need something different, if you'd like to see something different, if you have ideas about the way it should work or the way that you would like to see things, by all means, contact us and let us know. It's one of those things, again, that we always state, the community is hugely important to us because you're what makes Group Travel Odyssey. You're what drives us in the direction that we're going for 2022 and 2023. I mean, we're already working on tweaks and things that are going to be happening next year even. So, we've got a long range plan, but it's all based on the feedback that you give us as part of the GTO community. So this is probably, I know it's kind of like a behind the scenes thing. It's not involving with the actual building and operating of a tour. But I think that this is hugely important for the whole community aspect of what GTO is. It gives you an opportunity to pick the minds of experts, of the people that are using the system on a day-to-day basis. So by all means, send us your questions. Use the system when it gets launched, and we will announce when it's launched. I'm going to include that on the Tuesday's update whenever we are launching it, just to make sure that you are aware it is up and running and that you can go ahead and access it. So, Corey, I think that this is fantastic, and the work that you guys have done in developing and building this and making sure it's giving really great information on that page is fantastic. It's really wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is great. Now, because it's launching a week from Monday, what I'd like to ask is if there are people out there that would like to be involved in sort of a beta test, to email Jim or to email myself at Corey@gtonetwork.com to request that. And we will add you on in this next week as we're trying to clean up some things. If you'd like to give it a try, I know there are lots of people out there who I think will be very active. And if you'd like to be in on the forefront before everybody else gets on and sort of test through this and give us your feedback, then please do reach out and contact us because we want you to be able to navigate through it. We know how to navigate through it. We built it. But if you want to see how it works ahead of time and give sort of some feedback on the ground floor, then let us know.
Fantastic. And also, Corey, you had mentioned ABA. It's funny, you're reading my mind again. We are going to be at ABA this weekend. So you will see Keith and you will see Joanne and myself at ABA. We have a booth on the floor. It's booth 3025. So for those of you who are going to be at ABA, please stop by and see us. We'd love to show you a little bit more about the system. We'd love to talk to you and get ideas and share insight back and forth with the way that GTO is going to help you out in your business and help you build your business during 2022. As well as that, join us live on Monday. That's right. Monday, we're going to do a live from ABA session. It'll be at 2:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, CST, which is the time we're going to be in lovely Grapevine, Texas. So if you join us, we will have some fantastic guests and we will have some wonderful discussion from some of the fantastic destinations that are going to be there at ABA. So join us live, and you can join us here on YouTube or on LinkedIn. And again, that will be Monday at 2:15 Central Time, live from ABA. As well as that, another week after that, we're going to be coming back in with conversations with colleagues. Since we're going to be at ABA next week, the week after that, on Tuesday, we will have conversations with colleagues at 2 p.m. And every Thursday, once again, we do have our GTO Coach and Go. So we're going to be having GTO Coach and Go next week again. Who knows? We might see Corey with us again next week.
Jim, I was just thinking, wouldn't it be great if GTO had a way to do your ABA appointments in the system to where you didn't have to give all this information to us to put in for you? We could just have it. I think GTO should do that kind of thing.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Corey, because if you check out on our YouTube channel, there is a previous GTO Coach and Go session that talks just about that. In our Supplier Manager, at the very top of the screen, there's a place where you can input your ABA appointments. You can input any of your trade show appointments. And since you're putting the information in, as you put the information in, if it is a new supplier, you can click a button and it would send us a notification so that way we can all automatically start adding that supplier into the system. So that way, when you're done with ABA, it's going to be in there and ready for you to go ahead and start booking. So again, go to our YouTube channel and check that out. That's on one of our previous GTO Coach and Goes. And you'll have a whole, gosh, there's probably 10 or 12 of them on there now, list of topics and subjects on ways to make GTO more efficient for yourself, and things that you can do on the GTO system to help you out and get you a little more organized. So please, by all means, go back and review those. And if you have questions on those, again, you can contact us and we'll be more than happy to get on a call or do a Zoom and show you a little more information on that. So thanks for that, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad we have that. I'm glad we have that.
Me too. Me too. Well, at this point, I do want to thank you for tuning in, everybody, and for joining us again on our first GTO Coach and Go of the new year. So again, welcome to 2022. We look forward to a very successful year. We hope you all stay happy and healthy. And please, by all means, contact us if there's any way that we can help you grow your business. Thanks again, and have a fantastic day. And we'll see you at ABA for those of you who are going to be there. Take care. Bye-bye.